All right, hello everybody here in the audience and all of you guys watching. My name is Chef Bravo. This is the BravoPB wheel, episode 8. And the cool thing about today is that we're doing dessert. So we're doing a couple of this dessert items. So no veggies today. It's all mangoes and pears and pineapple and berries and all that good stuff. So we'll see what we could come up with. As always, please hit the subscribe button. Let your friends and family know about it. I hope you all enjoy this. So this is episode 8 of the BravoPB wheel. Got myself a great audience here who's going to help me cheer. So here is my game show host voice. All right. Spin the BravoPB wheel. Is it? Yeah, okay. Ingredient number 2, spin the BravoPB wheel. Good, I like this audience. What we got? Pineapple. Third and last item, spin the BravoPB wheel. So the third ingredient is mango. I'm going to give the audience 3 or 4 seconds for them to decide. Fresh or dried?
Fresh.
Fresh, okay, fresh it is. So our ingredients today are pear. I got some pineapple here that's already been cut up, and some fresh mango. These are Atolfo mangoes. So one of the problems, the immediate problem of doing a dessert PB wheel here is that everything is sweet, okay? And if you heard me talk about, putting flavors together, you'll often hear me say, there's got to be a good balance of colors, flavors, and textures. Problem is here I have sweet, okay? So we got to infuse some variety, some.
Do we trade? Do we get trade?
No, we're not going to trade. We keep it legit. It landed on whatever it landed on. Okay, got it. All right. So I'm going to do a poached pear. I'm going to make a mango mousse, and I'm going to stuff it inside some strawberries. Okay. And then with the, I don't know exactly how yet, but I'm going to make some sort of thing in the center using the pineapple and some starch, maybe the oatmeal or some nuts, and just to make sort of a solid sort of something on that. Sound good? All right, so in order to poach the pears, obviously we need some liquid. So I'm going to get some pineapple juice going in the pot here. Do a carefully measured teaspoon of vanilla, and then some nutmeg. Okay. All right. Some pineapple. Heck. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the whole plantain in here. The first thing I'm going to do is try to figure out how much texture I need here. Okay. And so, pretty, very liquidy here. I'm going to throw a touch of cayenne pepper in here. Remember, we're trying to get that, flavor contrast. Also some cardamom. All right, so I'm adding some maybe a touch of coconut in here. you ever have the situation where you're trying to sort of get somewhat of a solid mass out of this, one thing to remember is that the oats I'm using here are raw, okay? And so as I puree them, they will continue to absorb, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna let that absorb, okay? Now my poaching liquid is ready. Here.
Is your coaching boiling right now?
It is boiling. Once I drop the pear in there, I'm gonna make sure to drop it down to a nice gentle simmer. Otherwise the pear will start disintegrating on me, and that's not what I want. All right, pears down. And now, I'm gonna select a few of these strawberries. So with these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the top off, and also the bottom here. And by taking that bottom there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be able to have them sit, or stand up, I should say. And I'm doing a bunch of these so that some of you guys get a taste. Going to flip this guy over. Make sure the bottom's cooking well. Okay. I would recommend to you that if you're gonna do this poached pear thing, I actually have a pot that's too big. You know, you'd want a smaller pot so that the liquid sort of goes all the way up. So they're sort of half in there, half not. That's why I'm flipping them over. So a smaller pot should have been the way to go. But it's okay. Yeah, that one was a little soft. It's okay. So basically, just insert it, spin, and then remove what ends up being this sort of little ball.
So that's like a mini melon baller.
Like a mini melon baller, yes.
Okay.
Time to make a mango puree. We do that and that and that. So I use the spoon just to make my cuts here. It's so soft and nice and ripe that I can just do that. It doesn't want to flip over. I don't know why. Jesus Christ. Making me look bad in front of all these people. Again, I'm going to do that same sort of thing where I'm trying to figure out where I'm at with my mango. Make a nice puree. One of the major, or the major drawback of having a Vitamix, which is a wonderful thing to have, is that if you don't have enough stuff in there, it just doesn't pick it up. So let's see. Here we go. The pear's almost poached, so this is what we're going to use this for. Add a little bit of that. Have a nice little bit of coconut milk. A touch of clove. Just that tiny bit of clove makes the mango pop, okay? Because now it has something to bounce off of versus just mango, and you're like, well, you know, mango, sure, but that's it. It just mango falls flat. That tiny bit of clove just makes it bounce off against something, which is perfect. And because it's clove, and I have this sort of cardamom here, and vanilla, so my spices are sort of making these three things come together, if that makes sense. No? Okay, so now it's been a little bit. I can see that my oats here are looking good. And the reason for this is I wanted to, actually, I'm gonna get both of them out, so that they can begin to cool down. And then I'm going to continue to take that liquid and reduce it down. So maybe, you know, we'll have space and time to make a sauce here. Clove is a very interesting spice. If you've never worked with it and you think, you know, cloves are just so strong, and you think you've got, you know, one of these suckers just sort of permeates the whole house, and it just like it's way too much for the dish. It does very well with some sour component in with it. What happens is the sourness, whether it be lemon, lime, vinegar, in this case there's enough tartness in the mango so that that overwhelming flavor that you get out of clove is just sort of mellows down, and it's like, hey, you know, I'm clove, I'm here, but I'm not going to ruin your day, kind of a thing. And then again, it just sort of accentuates everything else. I had it, one of the staff members here made a salsa for staff meal. She put clove in there with the garlics and the tomatoes and the peppers. It was really good. So, yeah, so the tartness, the acidity from the tomatoes, you know, paired with the cloves, it just goes really well together. I'm gonna cut this in half first. I'm gonna have 2/4. And then I'm gonna slice it and open it up. I'm sorry? Hot. Okay, so now I don't know if you can see it here.
Yeah, you got looks like a really thick syrup.
I've got sort of like a syrup. Yeah, it's almost there. Let's see, I don't need it anymore necessarily, but we'll see how it looks with it. Oh, gotta keep an eye on this. It looks like brown butter. Melted. Okay. So I'm just telling you that for a reference point, so you know what you're looking for. Okay, so now I'm taking this sort of syrup. And once this hits the cold plate, it's gonna set. So it's going to be like caramel almost. Too much.
Oh, wow. How can that be legal?
And then I'll set one of these here, right in between. Maybe a little bit of a nutmeg raining down. Okay, so it is what it is. I got some. I'm probably gonna end up reworking this idea a little bit, but so we got this. What do we call it? Mango.
Mango strawberry delight.
What'd you say?
Tropical.
Mango strawberry delight.
I like that. Mango strawberry delight. Cool. All right. So, just for fun, I want to see, and because I got this nice, cool, nice warm water here now, I want to see what this might look like. The problem I'm having with this is that I ended up with 2/4 of a pear. And so I was forced to use 2 quenelles here of the oat. And if you plate something by 2s, your brain automatically goes, that's crooked, because it, you know, even numbers. All right, so there we go, mango strawberry delight. Which actually, there you go. I need just a little bit more texture. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this kind of grabs a little bit more. Okay, so now what I can do is, good, we got another plate. And what else do I have here? Let me see, someone here. Okay, so if I can take a little bit of this and roll it in my hands. Now maybe I'll roll it. It's too warm. You know, I definitely want to let this sit in the refrigerator for half an hour just so that it, you know, solidifies as much as possible. Just so you get sort of an idea.
What kind of nuts are those?
This is toasted coconut. So I can do a toasted coconut truffle-ish
Yeah.
kind of thing. And then let's see, I happen to have one slice of pear here left, which is too big, but I can certainly cut it down. Ooh, where you go? Stay right. There you go. And then I still have just a touch of caramel, which. Okay, so I don't know how well you guys can see this. It's like, you know, if I were to get this really nice and stiff, I can then make a nice little ball in my hand so they're perfect, you know, sort of round. Roll it in the coconut here real quick. And then put that little piece of pear with the caramel right over the top. And then I could line them up on a plate so they're all sort of lined up. And as they sit out, they're not sort of melting down, you know? So, you know, something else. So I could do something like this in a platter and then do rows. One row of these and then one row of the strawberries. So one and one.
Oh, wow, that'd be
Okay.
beautiful.
And then you serve that out. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
I don't know that this is a particular dish that will be now set in stone kind of a thing. It's certainly a good amount of ideas popping out of here.
It's amazing how creative you get.